Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teachers Do. Today with me, Pika Shade.
Hey.
And today we're going over a big one. About a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago, my friend Eric and I went over Emperor Joker. Well, this is the time we're going over the other big event of the post-Jurgens, post-original Triangle team member, the post-Carlin era, and this is the Berganza era, as we're going over their second major crossover. And this one starts off with a Superman book, but it ties into everything because it affects the whole world. And one issue in particular came out right after 9/11. Like, it was clearly they couldn't pull the plug because it would happen so soon.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be like, when we get there. But yeah, our world's at war. And a couple of years prior, they had already set up a villain known as Imperiax. And this was during when Mongol was trying to train Superman and get him to get past his mental blocks finally. This is basically, and it was basically an in-universe explanation to beef up Superman's power to near Silver Age. Not there, but as close as they were ever able to get without him being a story breaker.
Oh.
That was what that story was. And this is where things it finally comes to Earth. But we start off with Superman and the Fatal Five from the Legion of Superheroes.
Oh, yeah. Emerald Empress and Executioner.
Yep. Email. But yeah, we see Superman flying in, trying to head over. I still can't believe you found Pluto, Professor Hamilton. Star Labs has been searching the skies for months. This is back when people still saw Pluto was a planet. But yeah, like Professor Hamilton, this isn't Pluto. Metropolis was invaded by the B. This is also, they had the B13 virus. That's when Metropolis was upgraded to match the animated series. So they had to be a Brainiac from the future showed up. I'm saying it because that's important here. A Brainiac from the future showed up and used through his virus, upgraded everything. Made it all future and high tech and everything. And now we're getting all this dialogue here is from Email Hamilton. So he even says my prosthetic arm and all that. Yep. But yeah, so they're heading on over now. By this point, Lex is president.
Oh, okay, it's that era.
And Lex had given his daughter Lena, his infant daughter, to Brainiac 13 in trade for a bunch of technology and hardware. Superman can never prove that Lena Luthor died a martyr. Lex Luthor became our commander-in-chief, and people say, I deal in science fiction. What the? Who's there? Mercy? Hope? Mac? Security? Where the hell is everyone? They can't hear you. I have arranged for us to speak in private. Supergirl? Hardly. Do you have any idea who you're dealing with? I'm the President of the United States. Yes, you are. And with my help, you may become one of the most legendary and influential figures in history. Washington, Lincoln, Roosevelt, all the great presidents had a single thing in common, which is a war. Well, I was I may have the so Superman's trying to find it may have it all of Pluto, but it's not. It's a new war world. No Mongol here. Because remember, War World it's not just exclusive to Mongol. It's for anyone that weaponizes a planet.
Well, that explains the hiccup I spoke in the Injustice Year 5 with the Mongol cameo.
Yeah, maybe that entire planet is a weapon, yes, but from what I was told by Mongol, had been destroyed, which may account for your recent battle with him and his sister. Something this large has to have a power source. You're not picking anything up. Granted, my scanners have limitations at this distance, but no, you're all alone out there. I'm beginning to wish I had brought Crypto along. Like, what's happening? Are you all right? So yeah, leading to a fight with them all as they're just putting up a fight there. Hello, Superman! Over and help, Superman! Over here!
Persuader.
What?
Yeah,
The Persuader, yeah.
With the axe. That's what the guy was.
Yeah, the Persuader, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're flying over, and it's Emerald Enchantress. Or the Emerald, yeah, it was her Emerald Eye.
Yup.
Yep. Anything you give me on now to make it clear, remember, Superman has not met up with the Legion and has only had sporadic meetings with the Legion. His history there has not been known, and he's almost by this point never dealt with the Persuader or the Fatal Five. This is post-crisis first in stuff before Infinite Crisis will retcon it. He has dealt with them.
Okay, so this story is basically even with the in the pre-New 52 tool continuity, it will be disregarded.
Yes. And believe it or not, you know how a lot of stuff happened? There were a lot of firsts that took later and then we thought. For example, the first time Lois ever went to the fortress was at the start of Electric Blue. She had never been to the fortress until after they got married.
Yeah, I saw that you was talking about that with Jared.
Yeah. Kind of weird when you realize stuff like that. I want answers. What happened to this planet? DI, don't you dare touch it. Give it to me now. I command you. Wrong answer. So yeah, he's putting up a fight at Valdius, and I forget the other guy's name. With Superman dead and the War World under our control, this universe belongs to the Fatal Five. If, and here's a very large if, I believe what you've been saying is true, all those people, they will have to die. What are a few million lives when the universe is at stake? You, of all of them, understand that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Toss them in the furnace, Valdes. We can use them for firewood. And on. Superman, can you hear me? You've mentioned crypto before, and I got to thinking, there are no audios or energy traces of these attackers. You have other sense at your disposal. Thank you, Professor. Jam! You told me what I needed to know. I have? Well, I mean, of course I have. Which is what exactly? Crypto would have noticed right away. These Fatal Five have no scent. They're nothing more than hard-like creations.
Aha. So
yeah, they didn't even exist.
Yeah, because they would be from the future.
Yeah, it was a pretty good. Yeah, I know. He just shouldn't have. It was a pretty good trap email. He just shouldn't have left his fingerprints all over it. Who? Mongol? And Superman? You will need him in ways you have yet to imagine. Never. We will speak of this more. The future will come. That you cannot deny. Why would you help me? You know why. Some men are born to greatness. Others have it thrust upon them. It will be your choice how you wish to be remembered. Thank you, daughter. Okay, I gotta say, some of these are cliched lines, but they still work.
Yeah.
And it's Jeff Lowe.
He was the one from...
What?
So he gave her to Brainiac 13, so with a normal Brainiac, and then there's Brainiac 5.
Yeah, but Brainiac 13 is way in the future.
Okay.
So yeah. War War is going to come back online and everything. He's trying to can you translate and determine its point of origin? You're flying right at it. Good. Track-a-doom! Bad news, I'm afraid. The plan seems to be on autopilot. That binary code you spoke of is all over the screen. Superman, get out of there. Why? It's a countdown. The entire planet is going to self-destruct in 3, 5, 4, 3. Superman, you don't have to shout, email. I can hear you just fine. Yeah, but I'll have I'll have a ring in my ears until I get back to Earth. Warworld, and if it was, as you think, Pluto, are gone. Brainiac 13 lays waste. So he realized it was Brainiac 13 behind it all.
Oh.
But it turns out it was a fake. It was a fake explosion.
Oh. It's reconstituting itself.
Yep, that went well. There's Brainiac 13.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of that design?
It's early 2000s in the sense. I'm trying to think of what inspirations it got.
Now, to make clear, originally when they did it in the Y2K story, they actually used CG for it.
Oh.
And it shows.
Huh.
I mean, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it. There we go. Here we go. See what I mean?
Yeah, that definitely looks early 2000 CGI.
It kind of works for what it is, but that's why when they do it actually 2D, it looks a little funky.
Yeah, some art it looks better in the form it's meant to be.
So yeah, we're done seeing now again. All of this prelude to war. Now we get Joe Casey and the late Mike Wieringo. Man, I miss him. Great artist. Come on, Warden. I'm not going to comment, Miss Lane. You can just put your little tape recorder away. So yeah, all this stuff on Stryker's Island as he then meets up with this PR, this one other person working in the records room. Basically, like, sure, I buy that. Look, I'm sure you're very good at your job. You look like an ace reporter, but I don't read. Working in here, going blind on paperwork, the last thing I want to do is read a newspaper. A lot of weirdness going on here lately. Yeah, this was Stryker's Island. So
yeah,
there's all this weird stuff. We moved Mongo out of here last month. And a couple of government transfers. Government transfers of prisoners here? Oh yeah, one of the president's cabinet showed up to sign the transfers himself. No kidding. How about letting me look at that transfer? Major Sam Lane, her father, who's Secretary of Defense.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, Lois should have
be able to get contact with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, like here's this radio transmission. Like, who's responsible? Why do they want to lead me here in the middle? It's Metallo. This was one of his earlier looks.
Oh, I'm gonna thought mistaken him for Shrapnel.
Shrapnel, or maybe it is Shrapnel. It's been a while. No, it is Shrapnel. My mistake. Why'd you pull yourself out of and why we pull you out of Stryker Esquire? We clean the rust. Oh, sorry, that's another guy. Give me another shot. I shouldn't do this. I'm breaking the rules for you, mate. I'm getting bleeding soft in my old age. So someone busted him out. I wasn't
black.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I wasn't expecting you to show up here unannounced. How'd you know I was here? I'm a reporter. My job is to find out things. I was just on my way out, Lois. I don't have time to chat. I'm not here to chat, Dad. I was at Stryker. So yeah, bring it about Stryker about the government program. As President Lucer's Secretary of Defense, I'm given specific duties that I'm honor bound to carry out. The information you're after is classified. I'm impressed by your tenacity, though. I'm good at what I do. The question is, how am I going to get you to talk? Stryker's a metahuman facility. Why are you authorizing transfers? It's Lucer giving pardons? Don't be ridiculous. Now I'm in a rush, so if you'll excuse me, you're not getting off that easy, Mr. Secretary. If I smell a rat, I have no choice but to come at you and Lucer with all I've got. How dare you, young lady? How dare you question my loyalty to my country? If you had any inkling as to what may be coming, you be better and you get right in line behind your governing executive and pledge your undying support as I have. All right, having fun yet? Ah, yeah, boy. Like, it's a lock that Sharpnell didn't state. He's realizing, it's he didn't state this. Something's going on. Plasmas. So many other
obscure villains. Shrapnel I can recognize.
Well, Plasmas has been from the Titans.
Okay, Titans villain. That makes.
Give me a name. How about alien scum? So basically, all the villains are being brought out so they can be used in an army against Imperiex. And yep, you were right. Manchester Black. After you Ellen my crew in the elite, I suppose you figured I'd crawl under a rock for a few years. I was, as you predicted, doped up worse than a duchess. And this was Adventures Superman 593. And we'll find out what the other episode the action issue was. But I guess it's time to bring out the final solution. Chemo! Amazing what you could grow in a lab from a drop of acid raid. Oh boy, balls him up into space. Bloody hell, I have to inform my superiors to go up there and bag him like a ferret. Could have blown him a cold one, too. He's too big to waste time showing off. Now I want answers. Who are you working for? Same folks you work for, mate. If you can't beat them, join them, eh? I don't work for the government, if that's what you're implying. I never would have pegged you as a recruit either. Got that right. No choice on my part. regulator fluid injected my spinal cord. Nanotechnology at its finest. You can tell who's behind this, right? Who does that sound like?
Sounds like Suicide Squad.
Waller.
Yeah.
And Waller works at the head of metahuman defense.
Yeah, that's what she was. Yeah.
Yep. So Waller is doing what she can. I don't know about Mongo, General. We need him for the so yeah. Basically, they got Mongo. They're retrieving Mongo and everything. Again, they need all they can. All right, what are you people doing? I'm keeping an eye on you, and I want to know. This is a restricted facility, son. It's fine, General. He's given to posturing. I followed Black's radio signal back here. I should have known. You're playing with fire, Mr. President. This new Suicide Squad is not a good idea. You continue on this course and this project backfires. Remember that I know who's responsible. You, just so we understand each other. Oh, we've always understood each other, I think. And as Commander-in-Chief, I cannot simply rely upon your aid in a time of crisis. Besides, you have absolutely no idea what's coming. Should have had this bunker and painted with lead too. Ha! So yeah,
the hearing still works. There's that whole episode in Superman the anime series where he just commented that yeah, I can't see anything through the lead, but the hearing still works.
You're my daughter and I love you, but it looks like we'll never agree on this, and I don't have time to convince you. Take care of yourself. You know I don't trust that husband of yours to watch out for you. Ouch! But he never cared for Clark. Oh, and then look who else shows up, not as an enemy.
Darkseid.
Again, not as an enemy. Think about that.
Joo, nyt menee kyllä vähän mieleen. Now it's getting a little what the...
Yeah. Oh, we see all these people here. Like, imagine an entire city in this situation. This isn't my bedroom. Lois, where's Lois? And who are people? They're just average people. So they're all being suspended, and some of them wake up and they're like, that column could be. He's trying to figure out what's going on. He's trying to find everyone. There's Lois, Natasha, Maggie, Pat Dugan, Jimmy, Perry. All of Metropolis are there, trying to figure out again, like, what's going on here? Attention, people of Metropolis. You are not in danger. You will not be harmed. Please remain calm and orderly. All city officials and metahumans will now present themselves. That doesn't sound good for you, who? I don't know, but I'm beginning to think this is a prison camp. Not exactly. I mean, kind of, sort of, but... Oh, but yeah, Clark, of course, he has to play up as Clark, so he's not going full on, you know.
Yeah, that's something interesting I brought up with on those very rare streams that Jared has actually managed to invite me on when we were talking about what kind of Superman game would be interesting one. Like this one where he's like just Clark Kent trying to do these kinds of like the Mary Jane missions in Spider-Man, but as Clark Kent where he has to try not to use his powers. This would be a good video game level in showing the restraint that Superman needs to show when he is Clark.
Because he can't afford to let people know. But yeah, so, oh boy, flash of high candle heat vision to temporary blind, and this guy won't know what hit him. We found it. So neither Hitler or Commissioner Henderson has turned up yet. Nope, and I'm not surprised either. Lois, I don't know how you managed to locate us so quickly, but I'm glad you did. You sometimes things faster than I do, and that may save us a lot of grief. Well, someone's got to take care of business. I'm an American citizen and comprehender. Ich bin ein Amerikanik. Okay, then, play dumb. Come on, everyone. We could take him if we work on shut up, dip for brains. That's just ridiculous. Hey, you, big guy. So, yeah, to try to figure out what's going on, female, you will speak for your people then. Tell us, what are your requirements? Let's take this outside, gentlemen. I could use some fresh air, figuratively speaking, of course. Oh, that's Graven. That is the son of Darkseid with Maxima and Starfire. This isn't really necessary. The hull is self-healing. You could have saved us a lot. Yep, you were never meant to be teleported. I knew it. I knew I could count on this operation being bungled. Who failed to screen out the Kryptonian? There is no time for this. The Zeta sequences are still incomplete. Human lives hang in the balance. Get Superman out of here! And Maxima, Massacre, Graven, Mongol, Starfire, and Adam Strange? What hell conspiracy is this? Listen carefully. This is beyond, and this is beyond the pale. Give me a good reason why I shouldn't disable you one by one. If you do not give me answers, if you don't let my people go now, please, Superman, wait. This isn't what it seems. Terrible as this looks, what we do is for Earth's benefit. We need Metropolis, you arrogant clown. War is coming. Total war. Imperiex is coming. Imperiex? War? But Manga already met and beat Imperiex. Idiot, you know nothing of Imperiex. When last we met, I tried to tell you of the scale on which the destroyer plays, but you apparently chose to ignore me. Now about your buffoonish meddling waste precious time. That's enough, Maxima. We agreed that the scope of the problem would not be discussed with those outside the Alliance until our commander has made contact with the Earth's leader. And this bug is upsetting our schedule. The Zeta Beam abductions and subsequent Cydia. So they were trying to get everyone out of there.
Huh.
Hence why they're saying stuff like, what are your requirements and all that?
Okay, that's a twist.
Oh, this is something that Death Battle once brought up. This is where that example came from, about how big the DC universe is. Imperium. You see, Maxima has a right to be angry. The destroyer of all things took this, her world, her civilization, her galaxy, as is his role in the great scheme, as he is scheduled to do to Earth. Superman, old friend, if you would ever believe a word I say, believe this. Well, this is the image they would use to explain how big it is. Yeah, I brought you 100 trillion light years to understand that necessity. That tells you just how huge the DC universe is.
Yeah, and then there are how many of them are?
It is way bigger than ours.
Yeah.
There are certain
But it keeps expanding, so one day we'll reach this.
Then the great collapse. But yeah, basically this is all meant to be a space arc to keep them all protected. See, they're actually being provided. I do like that, how it started off as a misunderstanding. Because of course you think alien abduction, but now it's like, nope, it's to keep everyone safe.
Yeah.
I like that. And again, Imperius is such a big threat. You have good guys working with bad guys.
Yeah. Hold on. Was it Mongol or Mongal?
Mongal. That's his sister.
Oh.
The one who got killed off in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Apocalypse come to Earth. This is insane. This means the Alliance commander can only be Darkseid. Stay your hand, dog of Krypton. You have learned nothing from your stay on the space arc. Your battle is not with me. Darkseid has come to save Metropolis and Earth and the universe. So yeah,
Darkseid looks uncharacteristically cautious.
He has every right to be.
Yeah.
By the way, so next is Action 780. So this means all this is 5 issues after What's So Funny.
Yeah.
Oh, this one is a big setup that's been going on for a while. This is the Russian Zod. Like, I'll try this again. You have brought a planet into my solar system. You've kidnapped 2 million people. You've invaded my home under the banner of peace. What the hell do you think you're doing? Invasion. Ha! Were Apocalypse to invade the Earth's little orphan, Metropolis would be littered with 2 million corpses, and your Justice League would be little more than vapor. You're not answering me, Darkseid. You've noticed, perceptive. You have spoken to my lieutenants. I am certain of what they have shared. Imperiex, the endpoint, the null. If you know that Imperiex come, then there's nothing to discuss. You have only await my orders. There's everything to discuss. Ah! Plastic Man, on it, Krypton and Crypto Ball and Ball in the corner. Little help, got your back. Like, I'd listen to the... no, he's trying to goad us into conflict. Superman's unharmed. Continue to hold. I'd listen to the Martian if I were you. Finally, the insect in charge. That's President Insect, Darkseid. President Luthor, if we're going into business together. You knew? Seriously, it was a pleasure. No need to thank me. Could someone use their great power to help me find my pancreas? Because Omni got it. Whoa!
Ooh, yeah.
I'm
Oh.
President of the United States, Superman. Of course I knew. I trust all is according to specifications. Your tides are on schedule. Your moon has not spiraled into the sun. You have a gift for understatement. How much time do we have? Days, at least. Lucifer, what's going on? And why weren't we notified? You would have been had you not been so gung-ho to attack an ally. Come, Leaguers, there's much to discuss. Preparations to be made. Except for you, Superman. Lex, I've had enough of this runaround. President or not, you're not cutting me out of. Superman, I promise you will be involved in this operation. But there's a matter more pressing. People are dying. A madman has unleashed military forces in Berlin. I believe you met the general from Pakistan. I'm not leaving. Yep. Superman, I appreciate your concern for both cities of Metropolis and your beloved president. But every second you stand here and pouting because your leader is doing the work of leading, people are dying in Berlin. Lex is enjoying it, but he has a point too. That's one of those things you gotta realize is Lex has a point, as scummy as he is. This is not a threat that he's unleashed. It is not. None of this is anything that neither Darkseid nor Lex Luthor nor anyone has unleashed. This is just another threat coming that they all are terrified of.
Yeah, and it's a small victory to have to be right about something.
But yeah, so he goes there and fights. Having to deal with it all. And oh, by the way, the name of this woman here, Feora. I want a word with the general. Let's talk. As you wish. So this is it now, yes? The game has begun. Oh yeah, this guy here, I forget his name, but he was first appeared during Emperor Joker. And the fact that he was one of the few that for some reason remembered how things were supposed to be, and neither Mixie nor Joker knew who the hell he was. Like, why? Because I can. I can see that. Flight strength, heat vision. Why? Why me? You're not a good listener. So I will explain slowly. I do because I can. Because I've spent half my life living only for one day. You would kneel before Zod! And then he remembers what he did to the pocket donors.
Yeah.
Who are you? I am General Zod. Zod does not exist here. There is no Zod here. Who are you? I am Zod. I am your destroyer. I am the one who will bring you to your knees and show you the world before it tears it to pieces and remake it as my own. On. Mike, I don't care who you claim to be. I'll stop you. How exactly are you going to do that? Kill me? How can you know that unless you're really you mess, Superman? That was not one of mine. What was that? Listen to me. It was not mine. Perhaps this is best settled later. The universe does have a peculiar sense of humor at this time. I think interesting times are upon us. I'll get brotherly. At least even he realizes that wasn't me. We got bigger problems to deal with.
Yeah, it's funny when you reach the kind of in the middle of a fight and then okay, that was not me.
I like that though. That is a good moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I wrote something like that also when
I love his hesitancy. Perhaps this is best settled later.
Yeah, the way how the eyes are drawn, the emotion there.
Yeah, he's like, crap.
Whoa. Yeah.
It begins. Prepare. And so history is written. Lex! What is it, Pete? Something's happened. Something's happened to Kansas. And like I said, this, I believe, let me double check. Hold on. Hold on a second. Oh, no, it wasn't this issue. I believe it's the next one. But yeah, Kansas has been nuked.
Oh.
But, or just has been, dropped. So, Adventures 5. I'm just double checking something quickly. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm just. Oh, we'll figure it out. The Battle of Gates. But yeah, let's look at this. Topeka, Kansas.
Oh, there's the
And look, look
double
at that
whammy of
symbol.
okay. Yeah,
Population 0. Oh, why?
yeah. It's the double whammy of you can that Kansas was new. You all there's the oh my god, look at all the death, and then at least it wasn't Smallville. Those two balanced, those two emotions.
Except the Kemp farm did get trashed. Imperiex! No movement. No heartbeat. Dead? Superman, help! On my way! Oh! This would actually bite Superman in the butt! Not here,
Well-
but later. Easy now, son. I've got you. Superman, I can't find my mom and dad. Anybody. I'm scared. I know. I'm scared too. Superman's not scared of anything. Tell you what. I'll be brave if you'll be. I think I can do that. This kid will then eventually sink. Superman said he'd find his parents. Then it turns out they would find the bodies. And then he would go on to become Gog in Chuck Austin's run.
Ah.
And this moment would be recreated by Ivan Rice, but yeah.
But that wouldn't last because then we
This,
got the
but if you
other
see about
Gog
it,
in
it's
Jeff
kind
Johns.
of fitting because
We got the other Gog when Jeff Johns was writing the
that was the guy
Justice
that was,
Society.
yeah.
And
That was that was the human Gog that would be running around attacking, that would get killed off, leading to the real Gog showing up. Jeff Johns would retcon this stuff.
Obviously, that's what Jeff Johns does.
Right, but like I said, that was one of the few things I gave Chuck Austin props for. He actually took something from here, something that was similar to Gog's origin in the Kingdom. A young boy in Topeka losing his family to an explosion.
Hey, Juman kautta, that's what the top.
Oh yeah, but that became the cult, where in this case it went differently. But yeah, so like Superman, like, Imperiex is coming up. No, you went down. You are going to stay down. Did you learn nothing from our first encounter? I've learned you can be beaten. A temporary solution, if at all. Then it will be permanent this time. Enough. Since the dawn of time has Imperiex been denied. Never since the dawn of time has Imperiex been denied. Your galaxy has been targeted for demolition. The hallowing will begin here and now. I don't care that no one has ever stopped you before. The moment you set down on my world, the moment you took one into life, you left me no choice but to stop you. Now, to make it clear, this is a probe. This isn't even the real Imperiex.
Okay.
Superman, can you hear me down there?
Does Superman know that?
No.
If Jared was here, Jared would probably agree with me that this could have probably been a story in the
Snyderverse.
Yeah.
What happened here? Huh? Where'd you come from? Now this is the Linda Danvers Supergirl.
Yeah, because there were a lot of Supergirls who were still.
But this is Peter David Supergirl is a better way of saying it.
Okay.
Like, I'm Supergirl. No way. Not any Supergirl I've ever. Is it the night already? Supergirl. That's me. Hey, you don't look so good. I need you to handle things here while I check on some folks nearby. I understand. Hey, he doesn't stay in one place too long, huh? No, he doesn't. See, the Kent farm. Now, throughout this story, we believe they're dead. Then it turns out Ma and Paul were not at home when it happened, but Paul goes missing for a while.
Convenient. Couldn't just be that they had the farm had a bomb shelter or some storm cellar.
But no, as far as no.
Can't even find the remains.
I love it. I can't hear you. If you are talking, my ears are ringing from your shout. Nope, still nothing. Hold on, I'm starting to get my hearing back. Oh boy, you never think about that.
Yeah.
He yelled so loud that our ears are ringing. Like, I have all this power, and I couldn't save them. Look, When was the last time you heard from your parents? I don't know. A few days ago. I don't talk to them every day. See, they could be anywhere. I mean, they didn't have to be here. What's in the box? I found it buried under the floorboard in the barn. In case of emergencies, we love you. She actually makes those for you? I have to buy mine, not even wholesale. Even when they aren't here, they were looking after. Superman, come quickly. The JLA needs. John? Huh? Who's John? Help! I have to go. Sarah doesn't stay place and want long for very long. The Justice League needs me. I'll be back as soon as I can. Oh, hold on. I just realized I forgot one of the other issues. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
It says lead into the JLA one. So hold on.
Uh-huh.
There we go. I'm not going.
Okay, while that loads, I'm gonna put some other lights on.
All right.
It's starting to get way too dark here.
I understand. Okay. And this is when they started doing a bunch of one-shots. Some books would tie in, but not everything.
Okay, wait.
Yep. JLA, Our World at War. Oh!
Yikes.
Yeah. Martian Manhunter's down. I'm afraid we've let another one get by us. I don't know how long John will maintain the telepathic link. All right. Flash, I can't keep this up. I'm on it, GL. The Alien Alliance might have suffered a setback, but the Justice League is the best line of the Earth and defense for Earth. And there's another one. Notice different. There's a couple of them.
Yeah, the previous one had a yellow lines. This
which is closer to what Imperiex looks like. But here, yeah. All right. Why do you resist? You could no more stop the hollowing than your own sun from rising. All right. Since the dawn of time, the will of Imperiex has been heated. The fight is merely to hasten your own demise. Like, have it, Aquaman, the leak, and look, it's the Kingdom Come armor.
Yeah, it's not actually just there. Well, I suppose Wonder Woman has those armors in. Well, maybe it made its first debut there, but
it's made its debut in other. But yeah, Kingdom Come was the first time we saw this particular armor, and it's been a favorite ever since. But the fact is, yeah, all these Imperixes alone in probes individually are powerful. All right, Oracle, I'm online to Batman. Apparently, we're not the only place that's been hit. Something took Topeka, Kansas off the map. Kansas? Find Nightwing, Robin, Batgirl, hundreds if you have to, and contact the JLA. Tell them that Gotham has to be my priority right now. Ah, jeez!
What fell in?
That was a ship.
No, that was Batplane.
Yeah, I think, or maybe the Batplane. You're right, but Oh, John, tell the League I'm on my way. All right, Imperiex can achieve anything. No, you can. You've dealt with this before. There was one, not anymore. Oh, geez, Diana, no, it'll explode because that's what happened earlier. Damn! Not Diana, please, not Diana. I can't hear her. Now, clearly she's not going to die here because she already came back from the dead recently.
Yo, gosh.
Clark, we have to get her and the others to safety. Others? Jesus. We can help you get your wound to safety. A triage center and medical services are available aboard the Paradox. We'll see more about that. But yeah, an Imperiex probe hit outside the capital city in Atlantis.
Oh,
they fly on over. Is it arrogance to speak the truth? If so, I like that in a man. Now there's Hippolyta. The JSA was assembled, but I came here as soon as I heard. How is my daughter, Gaia? Hippolyta, Diana, she needs your help. While they succeeded in turning back one Imperiex probe, the Justice League had their heads handed to them. The boy, and I should point out that I'm pretty sure is a somehow still alive General Rock. Sergeant Rock, in other words.
Oh.
As president, it's my job to know. Now, General, tell me something I don't know. And look, see, there's Magnus as Viridium.
Joo.
See, this is why Grant Morris's retcon doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, can't make understand.
But yeah,
Agreed as a whole to retcon this story out too.
Yeah, well, if nothing else, it could be a case where he was there as well, but it's hallucination. It was like he wasn't really a robot.
Yeah, I think he could be just as a.
Yeah, but still, so yeah, they want everyone, and Luthor is ordering everyone to help defend him. Oh, we see Guy gets stabbed. He'll be all right.
Oh yeah, this is.
Yeah, just tell us how to kill these things. We see them dealing with Zod and Ignition was the guy's name. The Titans are getting their butts kicked. We see Dr. Alliance, some of the Outsiders dealing with another one. Kyle and the others are getting patched up. Yeah, you okay, Smallville? Smallville. Lois I. Clark, what is it? What happened? Atlantis is under attack. Stay safe. Oh, so they're getting in for a big battle and everything. And a big fight for Atlantis. Like, thy will be done. And Arthur and all of Atlantis are seemingly wiped out.
Seemingly.
It's later revealed that Tempest had sent them into the past.
Huh.
But yeah, for the sake of this story, though, they do a good job at setting the stakes up.
Yo, clearly.
And at least it's not undone during the story, so it doesn't take away from the drama. Because you don't know what's going to stick and what isn't.
Hmm.
And by the end of it all, I can tell you at least two of the deaths that do stick. But Empirix, if you want war, I'll give you war.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact is, even by destroying them, you're pretty much dooming yourself.
Hmm.
That's an interesting thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, but in this one. Now, by this point, during Superman Doomsday War, Doomsday had been locked away inside 4 separate teleportation pods at 25% integrity.
Yeah.
Perfect way of keeping him sealed.
Okay.
But yeah, the Doomsday Protocol. Your people are certifiable. Reserve your judgment. So yeah, basically they're talking about something's going on that they need to go and deal. They have to work together. They cannot question it. There's Chemo, restoring Chemo and everything. Like, Mr. President, forget this Boy Scout. Righteous but blind to reality. Probes falling from the skies for God knows what reason. Alien armadas gathering casualties by the truckload. We've lost Aquaman. This is no small casualty. Tell me, what are you doing about it, General? So basically they're planning on taking Black Ops Core and all that heading on out there. Mongol got beaten. We have to stop meeting like this, mate. I mean, what are the odds? Oh, boy. So, yeah, he was there with others, including Steel, to let someone out, which was Doomsday, of course. This is not indecision, Mr. President. You've assembled a gang of thugs led by a sadist to set free a force of destruction you have no hopes whatsoever of harnessing. Whatever occurred up there, I'll find out. When this is over, there are those who will be held accountable for the choices they make under the guise of wartime necessity. For your sake, I hope this choice was the right one. It's all been bleeding bonkers, hasn't it? The greatest misconception about war is that morality becomes a black and white proposition. Talk about bad cheese. The compromises one makes during war, the decision one makes in the name of the ends justifying the meat, complete rubbish. But how else would your mate end up serving time in his crew? Steel! And this is where Steel actually dies. For a moment.
Like, as in
I know, yeah,
clinical death before being resuscitated.
Kind of, sorta. But yeah,
Because
so he's
52
heading
the 52 series also had John Henry in being given some kind of.
But yeah, basically, Dan Manchester then says, "I'm out of here. Tell him give him my resignation and everything." And it turns out they find out that they had set free Doomsday, which then leads to them Doomsday actually pounding through a bunch of Imperiex drones as they're making their way to Imperiex Prime.
Oh.
Seeing those two working together, there it is. And so the cosmic anomaly that dares to engage my probes. How insignificant are you? And look at all of its probes!
Oof. They look small.
But let this be the ultimate lesson. The natural order will always prevail. All bacteria can be expunged. I live beyond your perception. I am the natural order. Once again, bacteria. And he takes out Doomsday! Warp effect!
Yeah, fuck, could be that. And or it could also, on the long run, it's also checking this kind of death off the list that doesn't work again if you try.
Yeah, well, this is when he comes back. He gains a brain, which ends up weakening him.
Yeah.
But yeah, the true anomaly, the one who dared push back one of my emissaries. I am beyond your understanding. Now all of you are meant to know. Finality. Very well. The destiny of Imperiex is written in the stars. Let nature proceed. Oh, Superman ends up landing on Apocalypse.
That's one of those. Was this something that they also retconned at some point that, or retconned in or retconned out, in that Apocalypse used to be outside of the DC universe as the.
That was retconned later.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's been kind of sort of messed around. This game where and Darkseid brought Apocalypse here. Through a boom tube.
Just joo, niin taas tämäkin.
Yep, you can't have him. He means too much. He's too important. The Black Racer is about to take Steel's body.
Oh.
And he's ready to fight him, but of course, it's the Black Racer.
Yeah.
Even he can't stop him.
Death as the inevitability.
So yeah, he wakes up on Apocalypse. He deals with Calabac and the others. Dark Strikes transported you here and from your fate at the hands of Imperix's matter collapse and energy null for a higher purpose. Darkseid! True allies don't presume to coerce each other into their plots. My plot, Man of Steel, is the only reason you haven't already been reduced to by the scattered sub-dimensions. But if you insist on making this difficult, then I'll force you to take a good, hard look at the one thing that will allow you to get close enough to Imperix to do any real damage. The entropy Aegis. It basically is made of Apocalyptian and Imperix's metals. And that is where Steel's going to be put into.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they've been detected. We find out that he had been zapped by Lena Luthor at Brainiac's behest. You're Superman. As much as it calls me to admit it, you are the best creature for the job. Imperix seems to have a peculiar concern with you. Put aside your confusion and hatred, and for the sake of our universe, put inside the egg. Sorry, Darkseid, but I'll keep my own counsel. And right now, I think I hear a friend telling me I've got better things to do. Fool! You are not being given a choice. My unleashed Omega Beam will bring even you to your knees. Oh no, dear ally. Now if your entropy Aegis is as strong as you claim, use it as a shield. It is that strong. Good enough to turn your best back against you. I wish I could trust that this was the answer, Darkseid, but we both know it would end up benefiting only you. At least it was a chance to see the Aegis battle tested. The Imperix drones and shall repel even my Omega effect. But maybe it is just as well that Superman decided not to don it. Darkseid is unconscionable. You just let him go. You need and we need the wonder weapon, the Aegis, now. The Alliance is being torn to hell, fighting our delaying action against Imperix. We must have the promised reinforcements. Mind your tone, Graven, you impatient pretender. There's still time, and are always options. Darkseid has foreseen every eventuality and planned accordingly. But yeah, he makes it there as he's about to say War World. But yeah, so listen, he was trying to tell me something. He was writing something very important. Stopping Imperix may depend on, that's not how it works. You assume Imperix should be stopped, Superman. That is a very self-centered viewpoint for one who has been privileged to see so much of the cosmos. For one who's looked into the eyes of eternity. Would you stop the tide? Would you keep the sun from rising? Would you break the cycle of death and rebirth? This is the way things work, Superman, please. Why wasn't it me?
Probably because your turn already came and went.
Yep, but yeah, more and more fighting. This would tie into other books and everything. Yeah, just so much going on. And then he brings them there. So he eventually puts them into the suit. That's what saves Steel.
Ah.
We've got incoming. And this is another big issue. I'm here, Africa, closest one. Device is right broken, the crust engaging. Now, Superman believes that John is dead. Like, Diana, if I didn't know what I was looking at, meet the color of red clay. Oh, there was nothing left of John. Like, my parents are missing, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I keep thinking I'm forgetting something. Now there's a bug in my ear. Superman, we lost him again, sir. Test the link. He's being jammed, or Major Lane. It's not the link, sir. It's him. He just suddenly stopped talking all of a sudden. Oh man, just look at all this.
Oh, you.
Yeah, look at so many of the Titans battered.
Oh.
And they're bleeding. The White House. Some of the people in this room believe I am making a mistake. I could throw the same stones, couldn't I, Mr. Stein? The Scion of Apocalypse makes no apologies, Nat. I will prevail. Yes, you will. If you cease with your petty power plays and pay explicit attention. Viridium? Yes, William. And well, as far as I can determine with the limited intelligence available, the Imperious constructs are composed of machine colonies that mate and give birth to smaller, better... what?
The angle in which Maxima is shown from makes it look like she's pregnant.
It does! A weird angle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so yes, we have all seen how the Hollowers can annihilate a world, a galaxy in a few hours. Yeah, that happened in one of the other tie-ins that I'm not showing. We have destroyed his command ship. He cannot manufacture more probes. A strike now, Maxima, will not only mean the destruction of everything in this galaxy, including the alien armada and apocalypse, but the other end of the universe as well. Hamilton, there are signs in theoretical math that imply the universe is layered well beyond the known 11 dimensions. 12 and a third. This multiverse has been collapsed and been reborn. Perhaps more than once. We cannot say for certain. One thing we do know, however, is that it happens right here. Happened if you have a limited grasp of fluid space-time. Earth is the nexus for collapsed realities. The linchpin, basically the whole notion that if Earth goes, all goes. All because of the crisis.
This was back in time when we still didn't have multiverse.
Yeah, but they're saying the multiverse had collapsed. So basically, because of all that, Earth became the linchpin. It's the next Big Bang, about 180 billion years early. When exactly, sir, did you plan to tell me you knew how the constructs were meant to work? Exactly at this moment, General Rock, when it is best suited the mission. Any other surprises store for me, sir? Yes, soldier. I have devised a stratagem to stop Imperium permanently, a plan that will save not only this world, but infinite others. However, this will be no simple task. So yeah, they're all getting ready for this big plan. Oh boy, are you talking to me? Good, let's talk. Diana's dealing with it all. Not Diana. Hippolyta's running to Diana, who's gone back out in the fighting. We see Sam with Rock. Still frosty, soldier. Never better, Lane. Couldn't stand wearing that damn tie. Let's show how the old dogs of war do it, Rocky. You understand, Miss Lane. Your presence here is the utmost fortitude. It's in the utmost fortified facility in D.C. It's due to one man, and I just got back to Earth from Paradox. What's happening here? What did you do? I didn't do anything except ignore my better judgment for a friend. Your father, however, just saved your life. Imperius will not be denied. Creature, you can't begin to imagine how wrong you are. Again, we're seeing everyone fighting. Can you grasp that you are attempting to obstruct a necessity process? you should take comfort in the fact that you've garnered my attention, that the wind has stopped to admire the butterfly. You can strive for no better than, and you cannot kill me. Superman doesn't kill. Superman, this is Lois. I'm at the White House. I don't mean to be picky. I know you're saving the world and all, but we're in hot water here. Supergirl and Black Lightning are doing all they can. The army gets in position. Lex says they have a plan, but Superman is bad. It's getting closer. There's a buzzing in my ear again, like I'm missing something. My father is out there fighting. Can you hear me? Are you listening? Are you okay? When are you coming? Diana, Superman, it's Diana. Superman, please hear me. It's Lois. And that was Hippolyta. Because this was the death of Hippolyta.
Ai jaa. Kind of a bait and switch if we last saw Hippolyta run into...
Yeah, well, to be fair, this happens more in the Wonder Woman book.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, armaments are where everything's just going ahead. He's all moving around. Not Diana, not her too. Oh, I can't. Yes, but on. Don't have it. Won't get it. But there might be something. It is nuclear, isn't it? The engine in this heap. Yes, but and that thing does not get past us. Understand? It does not pass us. Lightning, listen to me. I can't do this anymore. I can't. Major Lane, that's suicide. Fall back. There's no guarantee. Sam, I don't even know if I can. It's 50 yards from the president, son. You can and you will. But you will. Do it, Sam. Do it. Mother, she saved them. Everyone on the ark. She did it to save them and me. And I told her she wasn't Wonder Woman. I'm sorry, Diana. I'm sorry. I've lost everything. My friends, my focus, my parents, my... God, Lois! Dad! Be good, kiddo. He detonated the nuclear core of the tank. We... Major Lane and stopped it. Stopped it dead. Oh, Lois! Why did he did it come? I don't know. Why did he come? I don't know. I'm sure he would have, unless something insurmountable was in his way. He would do anything for you. But sometimes you find yourself caught up in circumstances where you can't follow your heart, even when you want to. Duty sometimes comes first. Duty to country, to work, honor, what your father just did. You work so hard to do what you think is right, and sometimes as a result, the people who mean the most slips through your fingers. I don't know why Superman didn't come, Lois, but I can tell you this, his heart is breaking for it. Lois, I'm sorry. I know I need to try and call my mother. I finally remember what I've been forgetting, and then it slips from my fingers. I thought I lost everything before, but this, I've never been more frightened in my life. I thought I knew how to fight a war. I was wrong. Lex, everything between us aside, can you stop this? Can you stop this death? Yes, I believe I can. You won't like it, though. It will require sacrifice. I know how to sacrifice. Damn, look at Lois there!
Oh.
Believe me. Now, and tell me what to do, Mr. President. Whatever it takes to win this, I'm yours. Again, I like this. This isn't like a big scheme. Now, you know Lex is playing the angles, obviously. But at the same time, this isn't a big scheme of his.
Yeah, it's just adapting to the game and playing it as the best he can.
And Superman's admitting, and again, I love this with him and with Lois. He knows she's breaking and he understands. He didn't even order Sam to do it. Sam took it upon himself.
Yeah, that was...
So he's probably feeling it too. Now, does Lex really care? Probably not, but he knows. I mean, or
knows
maybe
how
he
to
does.
read the room and act accordingly. Let's go with that.
Exactly. And he doesn't need a hysterical Lois. She's already going to be hysterical enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, that moment there, you can't even make it out, but that's powerful. Her just pounding at it all. Of course, we wouldn't know for way later that Sam Lane survived, but that's not till New Krypton.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is where we start to get one of the main deaths that does stay permanent.
Oh.
President Luthor, I want to tell me how to end this war. We've got one chance, and it's a damn good one. Doc Magnus, explain. Thank you, Mr. President. To review, this is Empiric's pride. He or it is our problem. From what we understand, in conjunction with our alien allies, this is a being made up of pure energy. Energy taken from the destruction of entire galaxies, our own being next on the menu. Adam, the good news is the GSA has destroyed its mothership. Effectively, it can no longer produce those probes which have been tearing apart the planet for what they call the hollowing. Bad news is it is headed here to finish the job. General Rock, at this hour, Maxima and the rest of the blasted aliens are keeping it busy, maneuvering it between Earth and Apocalypse. The science board figured it got one weakness, that armor. Keep all that energy in, we crack it open, and it's game over. That brings us to our ally, Darkseid. Energy cannot be destroyed. The choice are conversion or transference. Once exposed, it will be sent via boom tube back to the very galaxy it was stolen from. You want me to kill it? Someone told me once that there would come a day when I would need you in ways I could never imagine. I suppose this is that day. Tell me you've never used your heat vision to stop a tidal wave or your super breath to put out forest fire. You have to think in terms like that, or everyone or everything you've ever known will die. I'm not going to have a moral debate with you, Luther. I've said I'll do what's necessary to end this conflict, and I will. But I know firsthand what it takes to crack the armor on one of the probes. More than half the world's heroes are hospitalized or worse. What makes you or anyone think I have that kind of power? You don't. But I do. Strange visitor! Wearing the electric suit.
Yeah. Strange visitor is...
That's Kismet in another person's body. And this is where we would find that out.
Okay.
But yeah, an old friend of Clark's. You take me into man, I'll deliver the payload. Yeah, Sharon is her name. Okay. All right, I'll do it. Miss Lane, Lois, was all that happened? I haven't really had the chance. That is, I am sorry about your father. I thank you, Superman. You know, it's almost funny. I've been a reporter for so long that his death seems like it's just part of the story. Someone else's story. I miss Clark. You have to go. Yes, I do. Oh, I could have flown over there on my own power. That's a big negative, soldier. We want you to hold every drop in reserve because you're going to need it. Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, what's left of that alien fleet will draw Imperious's fire so we can't get you real close and personal. General, you didn't have to come along on this way in this mission. Why are you here? This bird is carrying 30 hydrogen bombs. Someone had to volunteer to steer it, and you're looking at him. You worry about your job, and let me worry about mine. Now, it's later going to be revealed after the story that Walter, with some help from others, brought Rock back from the dead for this battle.
Uh-huh.
Oh, look at that. He put the S symbol on the Black Hawk's armor.
Huh.
All right, look at him, the biggest hero in the world, and he makes him feel like he's one of the gang. That's because he is, young lady. At wartime, no one is better than anyone else. Every life counts. That's pretty easy to say coming from a man who single-handedly won World War II. Look, I don't know you from Adam, other than what I've read in the reports, which isn't much, but I didn't win anything. I did my job for my country. I was more than happy to live out what was left of my life with most folks thinking I was dead. That's right, Sergeant Frank Rock died from the last bullet and fired at the end of the World War II. But they made you a general. You're head of the Joint Chiefs. You think that means something? My country called and I answered, even if it was Luther. At least they remembered you. Is that what this is about? You say you're looking for your red badge of courage? I would have given 2 cents for any rank or medal they wanted to pin on me if I could get back one life of those kids in Easy Company, or in anybody's Easy Company who died in service of their country. You want to know what a red badge of courage really is? It's a stain that every soldier gets on himself from every battle that won't come off. Believe you me, I trade anything to be forgotten in exchange for forgetting what they want to remember me for. Good writing!
Oh.
I couldn't help overhearing what Rock was saying. You should just know, it takes a very special kind of person to make the sacrifices you've chosen. The world needs heroes like, all right, boys and girls, we're within the range of the crew disembarkment. Team S, get your fannies into position. Waller, you on me? Like ugly on an 8, General. Godspeed, sir. All right, Sharon, when we get back, I want to spend some time with you. Training, maybe even the Justice League. You're very sweet, Clark. Clark, but I'm not coming back. Of course you are. No one else is going to die on my watch. Ah! Goodbye, Clark. I was proud to have known you. We know that you can hear me, her, us. Superman,
Oh.
you have we have you who have shared a bond with myself, ourselves, need to know the truth about her, me, her, us. Even as achievement role assigned to her fiance, you know me, her, us once as Kismet, a so-called guardian of reality. Together, we, her, us conspire to hide my, her, our essence from our enemies. Hidden in a young girl named Sharon Van, who would have died that day had it not been for you, Clark Superman. Only we, she, us kept the secret from you and in turn from her, me, ourselves. Sharon Vance did die that day, as was her, our, my fate. What who she survived was no more a person than a wrinkle in reality. And that is why she, we, I have never found love or happiness or even life. What who she was awakened when struck by lightning was only a way for me, I, Kismet to return. An essence taking the form of a woman is not a woman, only an essence. A woman who never was, a woman who never should have been. In some ways, Strange Visitor was the most appropriate name for her, we, me, since she, us, I was just that, a visitor whose time has come to leave. Let her, we, me fulfill our destiny today. As you, Superman Clark, protected me, her, us. Let her, us, me protect you. And then, Energize flies through. Go head on over there. Just as General Rock does thing. Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, the Allied, General Rock, and even Darkseid. The armor. Go get him, Superman! You know not what you've done. He did it. He did it. Tell Darkseid to get the boom tube ready. Wait, I've lost visual contact with Superman. We confirmed Green Lantern. We have no sensory on Superman. I'm sure he's there somewhere. He does that. Wait, there's something here. Sensors reading something appearing, but it's huge. Clark, War World. No! Yes. I want to know where the hell that thing came from. It apparently was always there, Mr. President, but cloaked. Sensors indicating War World is absorbing the Imperiex energy. Transmute. LexCorp Tower. Activate terminal displacement cannon and fire. Check and mate. So because the LexCorp Tower fired, and so the Jackal's do come out at night. As Earth has fired upon Apocalypse, then Apocalypse shall rain down on Earth as if hell itself had opened. Ah, crap.
Wait, what?
He believes Earth just betrayed him.
But they saw the Earth.
No. But he thinks that they took advantage of War World showing up. It's like, okay, attack.
Huh.
Just look at now they're having to deal with the parademons and everything. But yeah, everything's just going to hell. Like, this isn't over yet. I will not accept defeat. Where is she? These Earthlings will learn the price of breaking alliance with Apocalypse. I will make war like they have never experienced. You are once again in your element, Father. This entire alliance was a mistake to begin with. Now the true nature of destiny can take its course. You dare not second guess me, Graven. You call yourself my son, but you do not know me. So you did not foresee this betrayal? I have no doubt that this attack is merely a reactionary move on your part. I am not so arrogant as to underestimate the resourcefulness of my opponents. He who can strike first can own the future. The power of Imperiex should have been mine, and once the Earth has been trampled under my boot heel, it will be. Oh boy. And as for you, my wretched son, I would ask certain questions of you. What? Perhaps this is the answer you seek. Your unique talent for returning from the dead is apparently one you still possess. Of course, you've never been killed by me. Fine, take your best shot. Bam! I love that. That's a good comedic beat, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
Like, I saw you die, Kryptonian. You foolishly sacrificed yourself for a so-called greater good. Now you stand before me. How? It was Strange Visitor who did it.
Yeah.
Saved him at a sacrifice. Like, the universe is much more than we can see. So trying to help everything about, get them to understand things. I ended up on the outside looking in. And from that perspective, you look so small. I think I found the true nature of existence, something you'll never know. I'm sorry. I almost feel sorry for you. How does it feel to be so insignificant? Blasphemous! I am that all that is. Now you will feel the darkest evil. You will die with your delusion. Not this time! You will fall. No, I don't think so. I've come too far, lasted too long to let a despot like you decide for the rest of us who lives and who dies. There you are. It seems the game has changed. This is no game, Mr. President. Think of it as a test of your leadership abilities. Fine, no more games. It's time for the truce. You provide invaluable information to me. But did you know about this? Silly man, your thirst for immortality, your hidden sentimentality, these are the things that have been used against you. You've been played. Do you know how? No more riddles, Lena. What are you? What have you become? Do not touch me, Father. I answer to a higher authority now, and soon so shall you. I've been reborn, remade. I am part of the greater construct. You call him Brainiac 13. I call him Master. He has taken the power of Imperiex and claimed it as his own. Soon he will use the available resources to create a new form. The planets are his plaything. As a helpless pawn, you have served your purpose well. In these next moments, as the world goes dark, you will know the true meaning of the universe as the final connections are made and will become clear. Farewell. Impudent fool, you will die before you will learn the truth. Still here, Darkseid? Anything else you want to throw at me? Warworld now attacks. Damn! The young judges have been apprehended. So where were we? Your rage has obscured your common sense. Can you not see that there are other forces at work here? That's correct. And we've reached the final act. So he worked for Brainiac the whole time.
One of the more obscure
Mhm.
sons, and something that they could pick and throw out.
Yep. And then he meets up with Ignition, making a deal that if they agree to help, he will let Zod take over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, Father, do you realize the truth now? I renounce you as the fossil you are. So Brainiac is the lord of your church? Of course. And as you have been manipulating the sacrificing apocalypse for the rebirth of my new master, so shall Earth fall next. What? I knew that you would stir your primitive loyalty. Your protected world is also doomed. It is, at this moment, being prepared to join the collective construct, the new flesh of cosmic circuitry. Graven, you have shamed yourself. You are still a child, and as your father, it falls to me to punish you. Enjoy your banishment. Damn! Pathetic. So now you realize the true nature of this conflict. We are the pawns of a soulless machine, yet a machine capable of mining its own capacity for complete and total annihilation. What recourse is there? There is only one response, one I will not even attempt to deny. I can feel it in my soul. I'm going to kill him. Damn!
This was still when Brainiac was a robot.
Yep. Maxima, listen to me. Our best chance is to rally our forces. Do not presume, Superman. The Alliance died with Imperiex and was buried by Earth's treacherous attack and apocalypse. Do not try to use that as an excuse. You know B-30 was behind the Lex Tower attack. Darkseid's folding his tent because he was weakened by the full expenditure of his Omega effect and by Warworld's tendril. Crazy. That's the other reason why Darkseid did it. He used a lot of his Omega beams to attack Imperiex with Superman and everyone else.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first who takes Warworld wins, and Devil takes the losers. This will happen quickly, Luthor, or not at all. Ignition Constitution renders him invisible and into Brainiac and allowed him to teleport you out. But that happy situation will not last forever. So he's working with Zod on everything as they're making their way in there. He's trying to get to Lena. Yep. Oh, geez. Maxima is getting attacked. Superman, you still risk yourself for me, even after I save your breast to console what survivors your army has left. Father, I brought my brassy little invasion. I thought my brassy little invasion might get your attention. So yeah, he's trying to negotiate with her, talks through to her, but perhaps it is you terminated me. Why haven't you terminated me? Perhaps it's time to rectify that mistake. Oh God. So she tries to stop Warworld by plowing into it. It's a needless sacrifice. Unfortunately. And now here's steel in that armor.
Mm-hmm.
John Henry, I saw you dead. Glad to see you too. I was dead, yet here I am in the armor you denied. You were able to break B13's energy tendrils, destroy his hard life. Yeah, I'm carrying the fundamental power of Imperiex in this armor. The problem is, it's all too new. I can't fully exploit it. They all have to head on out there. They're just going to put up a bigger fight because now Brainiac is trying to absorb everything. Rather than destroy it all, he's trying to be all. Look, Superman. Look at the results of your useless resistance. Look at the waste generated by your misdirected effort. This time, Superman, I am truly all-powerful. The force that was Imperiex cannot be nullified. It is eternal, and it has been absorbed by me. Look, I grant you these visions to convince you of my superiority and of my benevolence. Whereas Imperiex was mostly blind, unresenting, destruction, and creation, I have a clear strategy, a purpose, an unbending will. Look at what you are fighting for, Superman. Look at the waste, the illogic, the stupidity, the corruption, the ultimate futility carried by the flesh. So yeah, this is where he revealed that he plans on making it all one mind cosmo.
That was a weak blast.
Apparently, he even says that was wasteful and imperfect and entirely human. I am still alive. Yes, Lena, I gave you up to B13. Yes, my innocent, defenseless, perfect baby daughter. I did what I had to survive and protect the human race from alien annihilation. You yourself repeated the words, the needs of the few outweigh the needs of the many. I did what Lucid have always done, Lena. I survived and I beat the alien. That's right, girl. I beat your master. And then I gave him you to guarantee my power, my survival. In a world filled with alien danger, it's what we Lucids do best. So he's trying to talk her down and everything, and then, teach me, father. Oh, he broke through. Get to the others and fall back to Earth. It's useless to try and stop B13 as it is. So now he's heading into the sun. This is where we also get the whole idea of him absorbing the sun energy and being able to push planets. Again, a lot of this is what Death Battle would utilize. You're certain mere hours remain before Warworld lacerates the Earth, and it's become painfully obvious to me that B13 technology should not be trusted. No offense. Some would say the same about our Lucifer bloodline. No offense. Worry not, Father. I have complete access to the B13 technology. His secret, so she's betraying him. So Superman is then, now starting to lose himself to the power. As they're all heading on over there to help deal with all of this. As Luthor and Zod and Lena are working to turn things against Brainiac. But then Lena gets pulled away. Idiot. Master, wait, I don't understand. I was just, you were, and just succumbing to the weakness, the frailties of human meat. Weakness I thought I bred out of you. Jeez. And the Superman plows right through him. Kill it. Feel nothing. Shred it until nothing remains. Nothing remains of war, death, it, me. Whoever's left out there, please finish this.
The way how Superman is drawn, he kind of looks like in the Dark Side War when he became the God of Strength.
Right, yeah. But now they're using Jimmy as a conduit. Now, a lot of this here is also paralleling what's gone on in the Wonder Woman book, as we see Darkseid and Diana and Raven working together. You cannot destroy me. I am a planet within moments. I will be the Earth and Apocalypse as well. You cannot stop this. As he said, but then eventually he meets up with Imperiex. And indeed, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. I am energy. Basically, find out if Warworld is destroyed, then Imperiex will be unleashed, creating another Big Bang. But if they don't destroy World, Brainiac will win.
It's a lose-lose situation either way.
Stop confusing me! And we find out also, Imperiex is doing it because he's determined there was an imperfection in the universe. Something from the dawn of time when he was created. and he's been trying to fix that imperfection.
Ai jaa.
Yep. In other words, get out of the way if you want to live long enough to see victory. Okay, do it. Obliterate that John Henry. Wait. And he tells him, do not destroy War World. And then he starts to move the planet. Impossible. But I think I have a plan. You have to open your mind so I can share
Which
it.
planet? Is he moving Earth or the
War World.
Okay.
I shall do no such. I need your instant cooperation. Dear Gatsu, man, you're moving a planet. You're pushing War World so we can. Will it work? Temporal displacement can be adjusted, but that far, yes, I can do it. But the cannons is fixed. If you move the target, will it work? The boom doom technology that moves Apocalypse has been ravished. To warp transdimensional space-time with such extreme prejudice would require a magical focus for my power. Will it work? Tempest, please. And Darkseid can help you focus your powers through his. And he can help you control the dimensional rift you create. Do it for Aquaman, for Arthur. Even so, I will need a crucible to combine it with temporal energy. Darkseid knows what the entropy Aegis armor I'm wearing is capable of. He built it, but a crucible, will it work? We'll make it work. So yeah, they all work together to make a temporal boom tube to send everything back to the dawn, the Big Bang. This way we get Imperiex and Brainiac what they want. Like I've come billions of years through time in order to stop Imperiex. I saved this universe, Superman. Free me, Superman. I have earned the right to upgrade. You cannot kill me for being our savior. You cannot stop destiny. A new universe must be born. I'll tell you what. You both get what you want. If I destroy Brainiac 13, Imperiex collapses the universe and sets off the Big Bang. If I leave Imperiex be, Brainiac takes over the universe planet by planet. Superman does not kill, not even war. Energy cannot be destroyed, but it can be transferred. One person can make a difference. A Superman can move a planet. Where are you taking me? To the beginning. Clever insect. You wanted the universe Brainiac 13? Here it is. Snack size. We're in the slice of frozen time, an infinitesimal fraction on a microsecond after the Big Bang. You brought War World to the beginning of time through a temporal boom tube. Apocalypse technology bends space. Your tech bends time. Focused through Steel's Imperiex armor, we melded the two together. Why? This will accomplish nothing. I'm counting on it. And what's infinity times infinity? What happens when two Big Bangs fire up at the same time? Here, Imperiex can hollow and begin anew as part of the wave of creation he was trying to jumpstart in our time. Brainiac 13, bonded to the Imperiex effect, you'll survive the Big Bang just as he does. Only with your consciousness spread out over 60 trillion light years in a half second. Such a manipulation of the universe order will not be without consequences. I know, but that's how it works, isn't it? Conflict and consequences, which ultimately leads to growth. All that does will not have been for nothing. This way, at least, we stand a chance. Life marches on. If you'll excuse me, Brainiac, I'll take this. Yes, you won't be needing her anymore. Of course, I finally realize it. The imperfection in this universe. Error. This is not the program. I saved the universe. Me. It was me all along. He was the imperfection. So it's a time loop.
Yeah, predestinational paradox. That kind of thing.
And then he brings Lena back to Lex. And this is the last time we see her until Williamson will bring her back.
Uh-huh.
My God. I told you I'd get her back. Don't let her go again. And then Darkseid is ready. And, it feels like victory comes at a price. A dire price indeed. I would leave this place now. As they leave, which then leads to the aftermath issue.
Okay.
And this is the last one. This is the ending.
Oh.
It's important that you do this. Don't take that tone with me. The JLA know I have my priorities. And anyone else can go to hell. This takes place after 782, of course. This isn't about the League. Although your presence wouldn't matter to them. The world is hurting, Bruce. I can't be responsible for the world's pain. Not now. Cal, Bruce, everyone mourns in their own way. The least we could do is expect that in each other. Should you change your mind, Batman, the JLA teleporters is at your disposal. At rough estimation, there were tens of thousands of space guards involved in the conflict. Robin and the rest of Young Justice could be anywhere in the myriad of space debris. We will fight him. He's been trying to find the Young Justice because of Tim.
Yeah, okay.
There.
This was at the time when Tim's father didn't know about his Robin yet.
Right. And now there's a hologram of Aquaman there at this parting of the seas where Atlantis used to be.
Mm-hmm.
A nice monument for him. What a remarkable man. Made only more so by his ability to downplay how truly remarkable he is. Having been a princess, I am proud to call him king. As a woman, I'll let him know what I think when I see him again. Aww. Because there was a point where they were teasing a relationship between the two of them.
Aha.
This is where it began, or so the legend goes. Woman from the sea. So yeah, all that's for Aquaman and everyone. There's it. Does that make you the new Aquaman? And we see the JSA dedication to Hippolyta. As they're remembering the old days. Because this is when she went back in time and joined them in their youth.
Well, that makes sense with how young it looked.
Yep. And look at that. Let's go say goodbye to our gal. Frank Rock. How do you meet up with Mongo? Put down that sword, Mongo, or I'll put you down. Your people cannot support this monster. Her father and brother are responsible for the death and destruction of untold millions. So yeah, unfortunately, though, they're not working because she's a warrior queen. Those are the rest of Maxima's people. Oh, and now there's for Strange Visitor. That was Billy that she wrote about. And he's mad because he feels like you let her die. Of course, he's mourning.
Yeah.
Then eventually Young Justice does make it back. Yay.
Yippee.
Yes, I heard you. Then there's Sam Lane's funeral.
Well,
Major
Superman
Samuel,
had to make an appearance.
Obviously. I think it went well as anything like that could go. My dad would have loved it, and I guess that's what matters. Lucy and Ron will stay with Mom for a few days. The baby will keep her mind off. Oh, dear God. You try to tell me what it looked like here, but... Clark, what are you going to do about this? Clark, everyone who fought, especially your dad, they were the world's finest. Smallville, the farm, my parents, we won the war. And Lois, right? We won. And that's it. How was that? That was semi-crisis level, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Semi.
Yeah, that would have been a great movie also.
Oh, yeah. They should have made that an animated movie. Now, Imperiex did get adapted in Legion of Superheroes, the anime series. The anime series.
Yeah, I never watched that. I do know it by reputation and having seen some parts of it here and there online, but never came across the show on its own.
Right, but yeah, I mean, overall, what did you think about this event?
Well, it was, it had very grandstanding and kind of also product of its time, considering the status quos that there were at the time too.
Yeah, and of course, unfortunately, after the event, given how a lot of those deaths are undone, it kind of takes away the impact. But for what it was, in the moment, not in retrospect, that was an epic.
Yeah, it was.
Now, Imperiex...
I was trying to think about what kind of music that they could have probably been also. If this was an adapter, and I would need to try to recap it and do a video on it. And
you almost wish it's so good, you wish there was an adaptation you could do a video on, right?
Yeah,
You know what, why don't you just do a video about the book yourself? Read it on your own, and then do your own video on it without it being an adaptation.
Yeah, when I run out of adaptations to go over.
Yeah, you should do that because this... you said you always seem gung-ho for this.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm thinking about those also, those that could have been adapted and never were. Like,
By the
there's a
way-
whole argument I have been.
Here's the tray, but it doesn't have all the collection. This only has a handful. So think about this. Look how thick this is, but realize it should be a lot thicker. That's how big this book was and this event was.
Yeah.
But you were saying, I cut you off. What were you saying?
Something about the whole thing, how I have been recycling in that one argument over Twitter or X about how the last Justice League movies would have been more about a day like Rock of Ages. So
yeah, they could have, but now you got this now, right?
Yeah, but that's still up in the air until I run out of adaptations or one of the.
By the way, look at all the creators I've had sign this: Phil Jimenez, Carlos Barbary, Ed McGuinness, Todd Nowak, Ted DeZago.
Good for you. I only have Don Rosas autograph and Richard Meyer.
But why did you think about this as a war? This was a war.
No, it was a war.
But it's so interesting. The Imperials with those probes, and again, the fact they were so devastating when you took them down.
Yeah, and then it was pretty much, in the end, it pretty much got hijacked by Brainiac 13. Although it started because something was with Brainiac 13 doing the whole warnings about it. Then it was on the back burner for most of the until.
And I like that. Those prelude issues were important. It set up Brainiac. It set up Zod, who was important towards the end. It set up just all that stuff. And what do you think about Darkseid in this?
Well, Darkseid was also kind of hard to be down because Darkseid in the last few years has been hyped up to be more powerful than he was here. And now he was
by this point he was
one of the other bad guys who was brought to an enemy mine situation.
Yeah, but I thought he worked here.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And him panicking after seemingly Lex Tower shot him, it was because he was in a weakened state.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, again, and what do you think about Imperiex as a villain? Generic Doomsday.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty generic Doomsday villain, something like what you call DC's version of Galactus.
Yeah. And now, how do you feel comparing him to Galactus? Galactus is obviously better, but as far as a DC version of it, I can't think of a better take.
Yeah. It's up.
Because let's be honest, Marvel has a hard enough time with just Galactus, but DC probably could handle Galactus easily. So having all these probes be just as powerful in their own right for everyone to deal with, in addition to the explosion, kind of balance out that power imbalance.
Yeah.
And I have to say, finding out his motivation that there was an imperfection he's trying to fix one by one, and the fact they keep on saying it, treating him like he's a force of nature. I like that too.
Yeah, force of nature. Those are.
Those are
the threats and villains that are not controlled by anything but what drives them forward.
Like Doomsday.
Yeah, like Doomsday, and it's something that can be negotiated with, and it's just coming at you. And
exactly.
Whatever sentience there was also, it could be that they wanted to make a new Big Bang. It'd be something was wrong and wanted to do a clean slate, and that clean slate would have included everyone else.
Yep. Then I will say this. This is one of Luthor's best here. The fact is, again, Luthor was just reacting.
Yeah, that's one of those who you are in the dark moments when in the situation and those.
Yeah. And then at the end, he was duped. I like that. Nowhere in this did Lex come out really on top. Nor did he feel like, yes, I've got this. No, he's been reacting the whole way through because he knows what the threat is.
Yeah, and seeing someone reacting to the situation and how they react is also telling of how what their character also is.
Exactly. The fact that this drove a point where Superman to say, tell me what to do. And hell, the ending. Now, would you say technically Superman did kill Brainiac 13? Yeah, you could say his consciousness was spread out, but he's still dead.
On some cases, it could also be seen as if it's a Brainiac from far future, it could be also seen as something old and senile and kind of aimless. It could also kind of be seen as a
this is not. Remember, this is Brainiac Model 13, so it's a different model. It's not the original.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's not old and senile. No, this is.
It could also if there were they tried other options to do also, and that was again that it's unacceptable if it's the final option to try out.
Exactly. And I would say also that seeing Superman jacked up on the sun, and that it made him so full of the power that he wasn't even thinking straight.
Yeah, that's one some of those ideas when you put Superman into the sun to recharge. In All-Star Superman, it leads to him slowly dying, and then there was this also, and then there was also. I remember coming across some fan summary online. It was way before Deceased.
Mm-hmm.
It was something of and I also used it in that Pokemon Batman crossover we talked about in Dark Knight's Metal.
Yeah.
It was that it was some fan summary where Superman got bitten early on in the story to basically take him out of the story, and for the entire story, Superman was in the sun, so basically recharging his own healing and basically burning the zombie virus off himself, and like when coming out, so that in his absence, everything had just
exactly
gone to that point.
Exactly.
In the fan summary, he ended up euthanizing the zombie Earth and going on. And in my version, it led to him finding Ash Ketchum in there.
Right. But again, now I would say this. I don't know how to feel. Now, I should make this clear. Some of the deaths that got reversed, some were immediate, like Aquaman. Others, like Hippolyta and all that, or Sam Lane, were not done. Like, that was not their death. So as far as people are concerned, they stayed dead.
Yeah. That's actually something that in stories set after it, like in Infinite Crisis, we didn't see Hippolyta anywhere.
Because she was, she was still dead. She didn't show up. She didn't come back until Amazon's attack.
Yeah. And not to mention also in this was in a Superman, Batman, Supergirl, Apocalypse also. Even there, I questioned Hippolyta's absence. So it was answered here
because she was dead.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was now the leader at everything, and I gotta say, and her mother went out great. Her mother basically wrapped her lasso around it, and then yanked Imperious's head right off. Boom!
It was kind of shown off screen.
What would you say was your favorite moment in this story? For me, it's the death of Sam Lane and the fallout. That whole bit was the best.
Yeah, it was a very much salutable moment. Also, there was the kind of the moment where Kismet revealed that the art shift in that moment. I think that was kind of like, that was a way moment.
Maxima and Strange Visitor would stay dead. I mean, we got Maxima back, but not the Maxima we know.
Yeah. Was it the New 52 version?
Yeah, but then we have the clone. Which, remember that the clone, the New 52, who's a lesbian. And then the clone showed up, who's the man-loving, wanting, straight one. And then they're told, you're a fake! Yeah, that was one of the worst cases of the writing. I think everyone can agree that was woke. That is prime wokeness. When you bring in a clone of the original version, just so you can say how superior your gay version is.
Yeah, that's... if you need to prop something by pushing down something else, that's not a very good, doesn't look good on either of them, or even the one that is.
What happened? Dark Crisis, Young Justice. But so overall, I gotta say this was fun. I mean, again, this is by far the closest an event has gotten to Crisis level without going there.
Yeah. It's like we said. I said it about in the Metal Man issue that the line. There's a fine line, and you need to know where to stop and without going too far with it.
Mm-hmm.
Going too far over it.
Exactly. But yeah, overall, like I said, I give it a strong 8. It was a fun summer blockbuster.
Yeah.
Its consequences ended up not mattering much in the long run, but for what it was, by going on it on its own, it was fun. Did it change the world of the DC universe? No. But now I guess what do you think about the fact that the whole What Happened to Topeka came out right at the same time 9/11 happened? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That is cringeworthy.
At what point of the story did it happen?
No, with that issue where that blew up.
Oh.
I believe that's what it was. I'm double checking. I'm just reloading up the tab I had.
Uh-huh.
Go back. Oh, sorry. I take it back. It was the issue afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
But still, though, it is where we see like the Luthor Tower collapse.
Oh, okay.
That would do it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, just like I said, this is a story that deserves an adaptation. It does deserve it.
Yeah. It's gonna need a lot of changes because of the status quo when it was told.
I don't think it has to be that much changes really needed. You got a lot of setup, and if there's an adaptation, you're not going to have as many characters. Now this deserves to be a JLA. Now, that's the big thing. Should this be a JLA story or a Superman story? Because it's so important for Superman. But if you do the JLA, you can have more of the characters appear. Ooh, that's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough, especially when you look at it. Is it a Superman story with too many other DC characters, or just a Justice League story where the focus is on every character, but Superman is supposed to be the main character?
I'd say it's a Superman story with the rest of the DC universe affected. Because basically the Superman books, if this was an event, that would have been the main mini.
Yeah.
The main things that happened were in the Superman books. Everything else was just a tie-in. Some of them very important, like the JSA one, but tie-ins nonetheless.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I can say also, for a send-off for the triangle numbers, I can't think of anything better. Would you agree with that? This was a worthy send-off. Again, it would still linger for a little bit, but for a swan song, great last epic, I can't think of anything better.
Yeah, go strong and out with a bang.
Yeah, and just let the aftermath linger before you then finally be like, okay, we're done. Let's split the books up.
Yeah.
Because I also gotta say, this flowed nicely. It still had that same feeling of like when we went over Death and Return, right? Yes, you might tell some writers, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Last question. What did you think about the artwork?
It kept shifting here and there, but otherwise it was stellar.
Can we agree Ed McGuinness had the best artwork?
Yeah, Ed McGuinness had the best. And then we had
Doug Monkey.
Doug Monk. That also complimented Ed McGuinness somewhat well.
Yep. Kano was the other guy's name, and Mike Waringo.
Yeah.
Okay, the guy's name was just Kano. That's just his name, Kano. Wonder if he's good with a knife.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I can't remember which one of those is which one, but knowing Ed McGuinness and Doc Monk's art styles, those complemented each other very well.
Yep. Hold on. And Mike Waringo, again, the late Mike Waringo, may he rest in peace. He's the one who does them with like the prominent chins and everything.
Okay.
That's
that's something I expect from the comics of the era.
Yep, and then that's there's Doug Monkey, but oh, Kino was the one who did the deaths of Sam Lane.
Oh.
So again, they all match each other.
Both styles actually complement Ed McGuinness kind of art
Yeah.
as well. Not to mention, it wouldn't be without pointing out. You could probably end up mistaking it for McGuinness's work. Something somewhat restrained and done in a hurry, but and someone else inking it to be more.
Yep. Like I said, just not as balloony.
Yeah.
Oh. Here is the issue leading up to Hippolyta's death. Oh, gee, look at Phil Jimenez artwork. Incredible artwork, as always.
Oh.
I mean, Jimenez was already busy with Wonder Woman, but he would have been perfect. Oh, God. Look at Hippolyta here.
Jesus.
I know, right? And remember, we saw Jimenez when we went over Infinite Crisis.
Yeah.
Yep. Here's Hippolyta taking him out. See, shrink. Yep. I'll see to it that in this creature's eyes, I am Wonder Woman. But yeah, so that was our World at War. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Pika, for joining me, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
And may your heart be a guiding key.